The reservation card trembled in his rough hands as the maitre d' pointed him toward table 7, a place glowing beneath crystal chandeliers and surrounded by silk dresses and tailored suits. He knew instantly he didn't belong there. His jacket was 10 years old, his shoes were polished but cracked, and the only thing new about him was the courage it took to walk into that 5-star hotel in the first place. When he sat down at the wrong date table, he thought the worst thing that could happen was embarrassment. He had no idea that the woman about to freeze across from him was not only a billionaire CEO, but someone from a past he had tried desperately to forget. Before we step deeper into this story of fate, mistakes, and second chances, take a moment to like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel, Kindness Story, if you believe in kindness and the power of second chances. Your support keeps stories like this alive. Daniel Hayes had once been the kind of man people admired without noticing. He worked construction in the bitter winters and under the brutal summer sun. He laughed loudly, loved deeply, and never dreamed beyond the next paycheck. But life had a cruel way of testing him. 5 years earlier, his wife passed away unexpectedly, leaving him alone with a 2-year-old daughter and a mountain of hospital debt. The day he held his daughter Lily in his arms at the funeral, promising her he would be both mother and father, he didn't know how heavy that promise would become. Every morning began before sunrise. Daniel would wake in their small rented apartment, cook oatmeal, braid Lily's soft brown hair with clumsy fingers, and walk her to daycare before catching a bus to whichever job site needed extra hands. He swallowed pride daily. Borrowing money from friends, skipping meals so Lily could have fruit in her lunchbox, ignoring the ache in his back that worsened with each passing month. Poverty wasn't just empty pockets, it was constant anxiety, the kind that hummed beneath your skin and never let you rest. The night of the dinner, Daniel wasn't chasing romance. He had signed up for a free community networking event advertised as a job opportunity mixer. A friend told him local business leaders would be there, maybe even executives looking for workers. He almost didn't go. His babysitter had cancelled, and he had to ask his elderly neighbor Mrs. Alvarez for help. But something inside him whispered that he couldn't afford not to try. The Grand Crescent Hotel shimmered like a palace against the city skyline. Marble floors reflected golden lights, and the scent of expensive perfume floated in the air. Daniel felt every eye on his worn coat as he stepped inside. He gave his name at the front desk, and in the confusion of similar surnames and reservations, he was directed to a private table set for two near the window overlooking the city. He sat stiffly, hands clasped, rehearsing how to introduce himself to whichever recruiter might arrive. When the woman approached, the entire atmosphere shifted. She walked with quiet authority, dressed in an elegant navy gown, her hair styled into a sleek bun that revealed sharp, intelligent eyes. Conversations around them softened as she passed. She was accustomed to command, to power, to success. Her name was Victoria Langford, founder and CEO of Langford Developments, a company that had reshaped skylines across the country. She was known for turning failing properties into multi-million-dollar projects. Newspapers called her ruthless. Investors called her brilliant. Employees called her unstoppable. But when her gaze landed on Daniel, she stopped moving. Her expression drained of color. The glass in her hand trembled slightly before she set it down. In that frozen second, years collapsed between them. Because Daniel Hayes wasn't just a stranger sitting at the wrong table. He was the man who had once saved her life. 8 years earlier, before she was a billionaire, Victoria had been an